What is up, what is up, what is up, everybody? Good morning to you. Phil Nagy on Sports joining you here on a glorious Saturday morning. Saturday is for college football. And that's exactly what we're going to do here as the Ohio State Buckeyes continue their sim season. Again, the new game comes out in about 17 days, so trying to get these Buckeye games done quickly. This is the big West Coast trip for the Buckeyes this season. They're going to be heading up to Seattle to play the Washington Huskies. Huskies are going to kick this one off right to left here. And appreciate everybody being on. My name is Phil Nagy. Channel is Nagy on Sports. Only place you're going to find simulated sporting events with live original commentary. Yes, right now Kenyatta Jackson, the defensive end, is leading the Heisman voting, which seems crazy to me. But I suppose things are possible. All right, number 7 versus number 12 again. Ohio State reeling a little bit still from that UCLA stunning loss, but they had a nice big game. Jet sweep to Ennis goes nowhere to start the game. And here we go. Julian Sands, sophomore quarterback. He's going to be giving a delayed hit, actually an option keeper to the left side, and he'll pick up a couple. 3rd and 8 upcoming. Looks like it's the 18th, 16 or 18, hard to read from here. 16th or 18th toughest place to play in the country. Let's see how the young quarterback handles it. Sand, right side throw into the gap. What a catch by Smith. To the 43, give him a gain of 30 right away, and they'll go hurry up. Again, when in doubt, look for number 4. Can't wait to see how good he is in the new game as well here in this one. Saying good time in the pocket. Left side throw. Got a man across the middle from right to left, and it's Carnell Tate. And Tate's got a nice gain of 20, and the Buckeyes are on the move. Good morning, Wendell. Welcome into you as well. Oops, somebody moved. I was going to say, it looked like the defensive lineman went across first and made the left tackle Carter Lau jump, and therefore they actually do make the right call. Tredavious Bowers on that right defensive end side. Sand in a shotgun once again. Motion coming from Tate. Tate stops and digs across the middle. Claire's open as well. Sand's going to take the throw to Claire, but it's very late. They'll pick up just 4, 2nd and 1. I think he came into the game as like an 83 or an 84 last year. My assumption is that he will be very close to a 99, if not a 99. I would guess maybe both he and Downs could be 99s. I don't know if the game gives 99s, but they're potentially the 2 best players in college football. Here's a little bubble screen to the left side on an RPO and a spin move from Ennis, and he's into the end zone. And that's how you take the football, march right down the field and put it into the painted area as the Buckeyes, people aren't even into their seats yet, and they're up 7-0 here as they drive right down the field. Looks like it's a beautiful day in Seattle. Washington Huskies, a recent addition to the Big Ten, of course. Good brand. Like the colors. Iconic helmet. Purple is nice. A little bit like the Ravens. With that gold right there. A good ad for the conference, in my opinion. All right. They'll boot it away here. Quick 7-0 lead. Again, just 4 minutes into the football game. Let's talk a little bit about the Washington Huskies offense. Their best offensive player is their running back. That's their receiver, Denzel Boston. He is their best receiver, but they are paced by their running back, Jonah Coleman, senior out of Stockton, California. You'll see him right there on the left hip of the true freshman quarterback. So a lot of excitement for the kid that they have coming back in real life this year. He's just a true sophomore, DeMond Williams. I think he was a 5-star kid. Everybody's very excited about him. But in the game, they actually recruited a better 5-star kid, and that's who's the quarterback right now, and that is the freshman Alex Carvalho. Obviously a made-up guy, but kind of funny. He is actually the quarterback now. He tried to throw a quick one to Denzel Boston. It didn't go very far. Now Carvalho. He'll roll to the right side. Now Hill flinging out of bounds, and the Huskies will go 3 and out. So we do not get to see the real DeMond Williams, but we'll see him real soon. Again, the new game comes out here in just a couple of weeks. Yeah, I mean, again, I think everybody is pleased with how the mini camp went. It's hard to tell much of anything without live rush and pads on. As Deuce Staley said, they're out there playing in pajamas. Ask me again once we put the armor on. So, but yeah, it'll be an interesting 40 days here where people can just sit around and talk about stuff the whole time as they'll hand it off to Peoples. Sets up 3rd and 2. Yes, Ire, classic. Out of a shotgun, 5 wide now. Sayin back to pass. A blitz comes. He'll foe left side, and he'll get a first down to James Peoples. Excited to see James Peoples in real life again, kind of that spark plug. They got the heavy back with C.J. Donaldson, and then, or in this particular case, Katron Allen. Dump it over the middle and put it right in the middle of the 2 and the 0, and there's James Peoples again. He's just a weapon. He'll run the football, of course, but will also catch the football. And excited to see. Here's Katron Allen. He'll go wide to the left side, a little outside zone look, and he bends it all the way around. Or bounces it, I suppose, all the way around. Pickup of 7. Peoples back into the game as they go 1-2 punch. A deep dive into the gameplay video did come out yesterday. Oh, he put it right on the kneecaps, and Smith couldn't hold on. For the new game, it looks pretty exciting. Looks like they've tried to tweak and adjust a lot of things. They've added 2,800 new plays. Left side throw on the sideline, but he's out of bounds. Really nice catch by Smith, but he was out of bounds, and so they'll try Jaden Fielding from 50 here to add to their lead. They've added 300 real coaches, so when you get Ryan Day, you get Ryan Day's authentic playbook. Again, they've added 45 new offensive formations. They're doing a more sophisticated physics-based tackling. They added in like another, I don't know, dozen or so player types, so there's all sorts of specific things happening. Not only can you be bronze, silver, gold, or platinum, you can be Heisman level at something now as well. Different things activate differently. The wear and tear feature is different, which is not something that on our sims you would normally notice because I usually turn the effects of it off. But that's like in the middle of a game, a guy can kind of get nicked up and those kinds of things. Some good formation sub stuff as well. Easier to do formation subbing. But again, we're not sure how much of that we'll see in our sim without it being controlled. Fired over the middle, Carvalho, and there's Boston for 9. Sonny Styles right there with it. Oh yes, Wendell, 1,000%. The college football game is way better than Madden. I don't know, Madden should just copy paste it with their guys in it. Kevin Wilson lays the boom. Kevin Winston. They're now 3rd and 1 for the Huskies. Rookie. True freshman quarterback Carvalho. He'll go to Jonah Coleman. Nowhere to go for Coleman. He'll lose yardage. Jalen McClain and Jeremiah Cooper were the ones who were over there. And another punt upcoming for the Huskies, trailing 10-0 already in their own barn. Again, the number 12 team in the country at 6-1. Buckeyes, the number 7 team in the country, also at 6-1. Yeah, back in the day, it just felt like Madden just needed to carbon copy the game but put different rosters in. They could definitely borrow the code and just put the correct colored players in, and I think you'd have a much better product just right out of the box. But college football was made for the next gen consoles. Madden, they've just been running it back since 98 or whatever, 95. It's an interesting documentary about Madden, though, by the way. Shortest version of it, and again, you've heard Kit and I talk about this 1,000 times on the channel, but the shortest version of it is that they need some competition. Every time that Madden gets good again is when somebody else makes another NFL game that's as good or better. Ball's out, and then the center falls on it. Lucky there, but a punt coming for the Buckeyes. So like when NFL 2K came out, blocked punt! It's going to be picked up by the Bucs, but it doesn't matter. First down at the 26 for the Huskies on a blocked punt. As Joe McGuire's punt is blocked, he'll fake a little pop pass. Now here's the freshman quarterback, Carvalho. He'll dump it back to the left and actually lose 5 yards in the process of swinging it out to his receiver, Vincent Holmes, in the slot. Vincent Holmes was a safety last year. He's transitioned to wide receiver. Carvalho, deep shot, right side, into the end zone, picked off! It's going to be picked off by McClain after it was tipped by Matthews. And the Buckeye defense gets a huge turnover after they have the punt blocked. Good complimentary football that time. Hey, LA, welcome in. Roll Tide, yes, I know you are a fan. Of course, Kalen DeBoer coming from his success with these Washington Huskies. Tipped up by Matthews and then right to the hands of Jalen McLean. All right, saying now, 3.5 to go, first quarter. They lead by 10. Back to pass. He's got an empty set. He'll go deep shot, right side, over the middle, go, and he covered it. He's going to go. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, 80 yards, Brandon Innes. And you cannot leave these Ohio State receivers open down the field. They will punish you. I did see, speaking specifically to that, it's not really a glitch. It's just if they're in man coverage and there isn't a guy over the top, that's almost a guaranteed touchdown every time, as we've started to see here in the sim season. But they have made some changes where you can very easily, with the touch of a button, affect the safety depth so that that kind of a thing doesn't happen as much. It is Julian saying yes. Thank you for him as well. 17-0. How about an 80-yard pass, a 1-yard drive? And the Buckeyes have just come right in here to Washington and laid the hammer onto the Huskies to start the game. And now a big shot in special teams for Garrett Stover, the freshman linebacker. 1st and 10 here. True freshman quarterback Alex Carvalho beats out DeMond Williams, who in real life I know the Husky fans are very excited about. There's Otten on the right side. I wonder if he's related to Cade Otten from the Bucks. Here's a screen left side. Here's going to be a caught and a first down run after the catch. That's Jonah Coleman, the very talented, best offensive player on their roster. 5'9", 229-pound running back, little bowling ball out of Stockton, California. Now back to pass. Again, Carvalho. Pressure coming, and it'll go down. Ball pops out. Where's it at? I think the Huskies fell on it again. C.J. Hicks was there. Edric Houston was there. And a big loss of 12, but the Huskies fortunate to fall back on that one. C.J. Hicks has really thrived in this pass rusher role. So athletic. He's got Micah Parsons' build, and I'm glad that they finally, even in real life, have made the switch to making him an edge rusher. I don't think he's quite cerebral enough to play linebacker, but his skills say get after the ball. Pop pass across the middle, and they won't fool anyone. Curry's over there. Look at him. He's fighting as hard as... That's, again, Vincent. Oh, I just forgot his last name. Thank you. Vincent Holmes. Again, he's a safety on last year's roster. He's their slot receiver now. Carvalho to the right side, thrown, but way short of the line. It'll be 4th and 17 after that completion, and the Buckeye defense is really starting off well in this one. And his fair catch at his own 35-yard line. So this, LA, this is... we're 1 year into the future from last year's sim season. So yes, I did update the Ohio State guys. So all the recruits I got are real. But there's absolutely no way to control the transfer portal. So like even for the Ohio State guys, like I got Max Clare from Purdue, who's real in the transfer portal, but I couldn't get like the big left tackle out of Rice. I couldn't get him. I couldn't get the running back that we got from West Virginia. So there's really no way to control it, but they're pretty close. And similarly, I got transfer portal guys who aren't really on the Buckeyes. One of them being this guy right here, Katron Allen. Actually, they ran a jet sweep to Brandon Innes. So yes, we're 1 year into the future, the season that's about to happen, but there's just no way to make it 100% accurate. So no, that's not an updated roster. It's just me creating our actual guys because I have a sickness where I like to do that. But the new game does come out. It's preloaded. I'll get it in about 15, 16 days here. So we're going to try to get this sim season wrapped up before then, if possible, so that we can get the new game and really see what it looks like. Saying in a pistol now. Turn around and give it to that running back, Katron Allen, again, who's not actually on the Buckeyes, who did not actually transfer out of Penn State, but in the game that he did, And I was happy to pick him up. Again, C.J. Donaldson from West Virginia did not end up coming here in the portal, even though I tried. They're going to swing it left side to James Peoples. He'll stiff arm one. He'll be bounced backwards. He'll fight his way really hard for 2 yards. 3rd and 6 now. Sayin will be empty with 5 receivers out at his disposal. Back to pass now. Sayin, now he'll step up, and now he'll be sacked. Ooh, that looked like it hurt. He gets up, but Deshaun Lynch absolutely baptizes the sophomore quarterback, and Sayin lucky to get up after that one. It looked like it hurt. Yeah, it is pretty crazy. We got a really talented safety from Penn State as well. I'm not sure why everybody left Penn State, but they had like 8 starters leave. Actually, I got their left guard too. Offensive line is the weakness of this team in the sim, because you can't change guys' ratings. Like, you're kind of stuck with what you have. So I'm starting a true freshman at left tackle, because again, the starter is the kid they got from Rice, but he didn't come here in the sim. So here's Coleman up the middle, and first down. Nope, 3rd and inches. They'll go hurry up a little bit. Here are the Huskies. Head coach Jed Fish. I remember him at Arizona for a while, now up here in Washington. The defensive coordinator is Steve Belichick. How about them? A little quick RPO right side. Nice little pick route. It frees up the tight end, and Cotton's got a first down to the 41-yard line. Like that play design. Offensive coordinator Brennan Carroll as well. Looks like Scotty Graham is their running backs coach. He's a former Buckeye player. Assuming it's the same Scotty Graham. They'll try to go Coleman to the outside. Speaking of running backs, and Davison Igbenogson and Caden Curry blow him up that time. 2nd and 11 after the TFL. Pressure coming. They'll run a screen, but he can't get it off in time. Caden Curry. It's his time now. He's waited patiently for his opportunity, and the true freshman Carvalho cannot get it done. Hey, Mike, welcome in, man. Yeah, it will be interesting to see, and again, because they've added in the actual, the real likenesses of all the coaches, and they've said that they're going to really, really tailor the playbook. So I'm assuming it'll kind of come into the game as a Ryan Day playbook, but we'll see how much it changes once Hartline's fingerprints are on it. But yeah, I'm very curious to see what he's like as a play caller and the kinds of things. You know, obviously as a receiver and a receiver's coach, you feel like it'll maybe be a little bit pass happy, but my assumption is that he'll still be willing to run the rock as well. All right, 17-0, 8:37 to go, first half. Up the middle, Peoples, but it looks like we're going to get a holding call. There is the aforementioned left tackle, Carter Lowe. Again, I could not get Onyewu or whatever his name is, who will be the real left tackle. Kid that transferred from Rice. Turnaround play action, a little boot for Sayin, then he'll dump it short, and he steps out of bounds, but actually loses a yard. There's Max Clary. He was one of the transfers that I did actually get out of Purdue. 2nd and 19, delayed handoff to Peoples, breaks one tackle, breaks a second, picks up a nice gain of 9 to cut it in half. Here's a 3rd and 10 for the Buckeyes. Crowd has not been a factor basically since the opening drive when Ohio State ran it right down their throat. Pressure coming, Sayin's in trouble. He'll just throw it away. Lots of purple in the backfield that time. Again, that is the weakness of this, at least the sim roster, is that offensive line. They go like high 70s to low 80s across the front, which is not strong in the grand scheme of offensive line play in this game. Yeah, Mike, we need to get over there. We need to get over there. Up the middle. I would love to get to a game. The new stadium is beautiful. I've only been one time, and I thought it was beautiful. I just got back from 3 weeks in Europe, so just kind of trying to get into the swing of the summer, but I'll try to find a time to get over there. Are you on the Discord, Mike? Are you on our Discord channel so I could send you like a message letting you know that I'm coming? Back to pass now. Carvalho, the true freshman, left wide open. Uh-oh, behind everybody. Touchdown. Vincent Holmes. You can see Sonny Styles was in coverage. but a slot receiver against against a very, very talented linebacker, and the freshman Vincent Holmes got past everybody, and Washington puts themselves on the board. There should be an invite link in the description of this video or any of our other videos that's open all the time. But let me know if you have trouble with it, and I can try to put another one in. But yeah, that's for anybody. If you want to take your Nagy on Sports fandom to the next level, you can join us on Discord. We chat all things sports between these sims and also let you know in advance of when we're going to sim. Discord is free and easy to use. Just an online communication platform. But yeah, Mike, let me know if you have problems with it. Here comes Katron Allen up the middle, and he'll push the pocket to the right side to a 5-yard gain. Again, do appreciate everybody being on. My name is Phil Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel, only place you're going to find simulated sporting events with live original commentary. First down to Claire. Max Claire releases past the 50 as he bullies his way to the 46-yard line. Hey, Karen, welcome in. Go Bucks forever now. 5 wide for Julian Sand. Back to pass here. 17-7, the Buckeyes lead. Fired over the middle, and he missed everybody. Had a little bit too much sugar on that one. 2nd and 10. Now he'll change the play. Still 5 wide. Tate comes to the bottom of the screen now. Back to pass. Pressure around the corner, and there's the freshman again giving up a sack. And Bowers into the backfield again, and it's 3rd and very long as Sand. Again, it's the weakest part of this game, of the team in the game, is this O-line. Back to pass now for Sand. He'll go really short over the middle to Jeremiah Smith, and it'll pick up about 5. And the Buckeyes will be content to punt here, leading 17-7. Okay, great. Glad you got in. It was, like I said, very easy. And that way, once you're in, hey, there you go. I see you now. That way, I can send you a message and say, hey. Oh, the game is at 2 today? Whew. Yeah, it's going to be hot. I have a wedding to play tonight, and I have to set up at 2, so it will not be today, but hopefully soon, sometimes this summer. I would love to join you at your world-famous tailgates. 2-minute warning here. 17-7, a little bit of momentum for the Huskies here. It was all Buckeyes early. And now Washington trying to string together 2 scoring drives. Carvalho, quick throw to the right side. Vincent Holmes once again, and he'll be stuck right there by Caleb Downs. I mean, how can I say no to that? Like, hey, Jim, welcome in. 1st and 10 now. Carvalho, pressure coming from Jackson, but he gets it off across the middle. Caught by Curley, the receiver. Good old Curley Reed the third. That's 2,000 passing yards. Again, true freshman Alex Carvalho. So he got recruited in the game, and he's actually a higher rating than DeMond Williams, their returning quarterback, who, again, a lot of people are really excited about DeMond Williams. Oh, gosh. How long has your AC been out? Left side throw again, but over the head of Vincent Holmes from the rookie, the freshman, not the rookie. Jim would like you to smash the like button. Back to pass now. Carvalho. They'll go left side again. Tipped in the air, but somehow caught. Nope. Bounced back out of it. He went to his tight end, Otten. And it was incomplete now. 3rd and 10. Whoa. Since last fall. Wow. Over the middle. Quick throw to Holmes, but a good tackle in space. That's the safety also from Penn State, Kevin Winston, not actually on the Buckeyes. 17-7 here. And a field goal coming from about 41 yards. And the kick is up, and the kick is good for the Huskies and their kicker, Gross. There's Williams, the backup. DeMond Williams is the holder. 17-10 here with 70 seconds to go. Let's see if the Buckeyes can get aggressive, put something else on the board, as the Huskies will get the second half kick. Ennis can't get past the 20. Whew. Yeah, that's rough. There's only so many things a box fan can do as they try to fake everybody out with a draw, and it does not do the case. So they don't seem to be in a hurry at all. You can see them letting the play clock run down to about 10. They do not seem to be in any hurry to try to push this ball down the field. Saying, though, will throw, and now he'll be sacked. Nope. Yes. And Washington will call timeout. So they're going to try to get the football back here. It's a 3rd and 18 for the Buckeyes. It seems like they've just got a little bit unaggressive after that really, really strong start. They're going to pull everybody to the right side, and Peoples will follow for about 5. And Washington calls timeout number 2. Punt coming for the Buckeyes. They've already had one blocked today, so you really got to be careful to get this one out of there quickly, which they will. McGuire punts it down the middle of the field. Going to be picked up at the 35. Nice tackle in space by Bryce West. All right, 9 seconds left. They have one timeout. Here comes Carvalho. He'll be empty. The freshman quarterback left side throw. It's almost picked off. Davison Igbinosun was in good coverage, 2nd and 10. But it only took 3 seconds. Carvalho again hit as he throws. It's a wobbler, and it's almost picked a 3rd time. 2 seconds left here. 17-10, Ohio State on the road. The number 7 team in the country at 6-1. Pressure coming. Hicks chasing Carvalho, and he'll throw it out of bounds, and that's how the first half comes to its conclusion. 17-10, Ohio State here. You are watching Nagy on Sports. My name is Phil Nagy. Thanks so much for joining us today. Only place on YouTube where you're going to find these simulated sporting events with live original commentary and interaction with you, the faithful fans, on the chat. Do appreciate all of our subscribers. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe yet, or if you've gotten yourself a new Gmail account, you can subscribe from multiple places. It's allowed. We're not trying to buy bots, but we will take your business and your personal email address if you can. Also hit that like button, as it does continue to help grow the audience. Again, the new college football game comes out in about 2 weeks. So trying to get this sim season finished so that we can do the 2025 preview sim coming up here in mid-July. Dump it off to the left side, and Jonah Coleman will pick up 9 to set up a 3rd and inches. Yes, the offense needs a little heat. May do a little situational coach mode to try to wake it back up here. We'll have to see what this first drive shows. They'll give it to Coleman. He'll try the middle. Oh, I'm not sure if he got it. No, they are going to say that he got it. Man, by the skin of his teeth, Jonah Coleman, the senior running back, does get the first down. Carvalho, again, true freshman quarterback. He is not real. The game made him up, but he's apparently better rated than the quarterback on the Washington roster. Buckeyes blitz, right side. He'll feel it, picked off by Matthews. He's going to go to the house. A pick 6 for the Buckeyes. That's the way to start the second half. 42-yard house call for Jermaine Matthews. He's going to be your starter on the outside this year, waiting his turn patiently to be the new lockdown behind Denzel Burke. And he does a great job, picks off the freshman quarterback, and Matthews takes it to the yard. Here's Carvalho, pressure in his face again from Edric Houston. Whoop, easy interception there as he was trying to go for Curly Reed. And Jermaine Matthews to the house. And a pick 6 for the Buckeye defense. The Silver Bullets playing well here today. Fielding will kick this one off again, right to left. Yeah, that's right, that magic pick 6 number. 24-10 now. Big shot into the momentum of Washington. Here comes Coleman now. He'll try the left, gets through, nice hole, breaking tackles, and Igbinosun and Stiles will drag him down, but the first down is achieved for the senior running back Jonah Coleman, 5'9", 229, Stockton, California product. Went to Lincoln High School, if that matters to you. They'll try to run him again, and this time the Buckeyes are all over big Edric Houston. Excited to see this kid, big 5-star kid, of course, from a year ago. They moved him inside, and excited to see him dominate. Now they're going to run at Coleman again, right side. Nobody's there for the Buckeyes. The motion took the defender out of that gap, and a big gainer to set up a 3rd and 2. Huffing and puffing a little bit, though, is Coleman. And they're going to give it to him again. He'll try the left. He's got a first down. Hit hard that time, Caleb Downs and Davison Igbenosin. But the first down is achieved, and Washington continues to move the football. They'll run it again. This time the backup is into the game up the middle. It's the backup running back, Jordan Washington, sophomore out of Long Beach, California. And one play for him before Coleman comes back into the game. Back to pass. They're setting up a screen to the right side. Coleman's got it blown up by Igbenosin right at the point of catch. 3rd and 4 now. They're up to the 45-yard line. Buckeyes show a lot of guys up at the line of scrimmage. A big wide 9. Look how low Hicks is. He's going to rush from that side. Fired over the middle. Wide open. Caught, first down. Styles will bring him to the ground. Can't even get a number on that. But the catch was made for a first down up to the 39. Washington driving the football once again. Blitz coming this time from Marvell Reese. Left side throw. They've got it complete. First down catch. Nope, they'll say forward progress was negated. 2nd and 1 for the Huskies. RPO right side. Ooh, decked right at the point of contact. Jermaine Matthews absolutely baptizes the receiver as he's trying to catch it. No way to hold on there. Coleman right side run. First down. They're tackled by a Buckeye safety. That's Kevin Winston, the transfer from Penn State. And again, methodically pushing the ball down the field now come the Washington Huskies. Again, true freshman quarterback Alex Carvalho over the middle. Nice tackle by Igbenosin. Short gain as he completes that pass to Denzel Boston, his primary receiver. Carvalho again. Middle of the end zone, dropped. Had it in his hands. That's the tight end, Odd. Couldn't hold on, excuse me. 3rd and 5 now. Buckeyes rush 4. Carvalho's got time. Out of the backfield to Jonah Coleman. A little angle route for the running back. 1st and goal now for the Huskies. Very nice drive for them in response to the pick 6. Motion coming. Fake the jet sweep. Give it to Coleman. Up the middle. He'll be tackled on the left side, but he bullies his way for 4. It's a 2nd and goal now from the 2-yard line. Efficient drive right now. Again, in response to the pick 6. Nice to see the true freshman over the middle and untouched into the end zone. Again, Jordan Washington, the backup running back, puts it into the painted area, and a good drive there for the Huskies as they just bullied the Buckeyes right up the middle of their defense. And a good touchdown drive for them. 24-17 here with the kick pending from the kicker Gross. It's up and it's good. 15 plays, 74 yards, over 6.5 minutes off the clock as they just bled that thing dry. And Ohio State had no response, just got punched in the mouth repeatedly up the middle. And let's see how they can respond here. Their first offensive possession of half number 2. Sayin in a shotgun now. He'll give it to the running back, James Peoples. Nowhere to go for Peoples. He'll be blown up in the middle of the line. So a little bit of life coming back to the stadium now after a good offensive drive. And they've been able to shut down the Buckeyes a little bit. Left side catch. Nice play there by Brandon Innes, his 4th of the day. It's important 3rd down right here. 11 personnel in the game. Katron Allen, the running back. He'll stay in to help pass protect. Sayin's got good time. Now he'll fire it out of bounds. Okay. So, a 3 and out after a touchdown is exactly what the doctor ordered for the Huskies, and now all of a sudden the number 12 team a possession away from tying this one up. Let's see if the Buckeye defense, big hit by Riley Pettijohn, true freshman for the Buckeyes. Let's see if Buckeyes can make an adjustment. Right side run for Coleman, he'll pick up 4. Sonny Styles on his back. 2nd and 6. Somebody went early, but he gets back. Carvalho sends a man in motion. They'll give a little flop pass. They'll give it to Coleman up the middle. Jonah Coleman, decked right down at the 47. 3rd and 2. Let's see if the Buckeyes can get a stop here. It has been Washington's momentum over the past 7 or 8 minutes. Up the middle again to Coleman. First down again as he'll run right into Matthews. Bryce West was over there as well. 1st and 10, though, for the Huskies. Back to pass. Carvalho's got all the time in the world, fires a dart to the left side. Kid's got a nice arm. Again, this was a 5-star prospect, came in and beat out the incumbent DeMond Williams, apparently, because he is the starter. And the kid's got some moxie, and he's got a little arm strength now from the 33-yard line. Motion coming again from Denzel Boston. He'll fake it to both guys. Now he'll roll to the right side. He's got some space. 30 to the 25. He'll slide down. They'll say 27 is where it's down at. We may have to do a little coach mode for the Buckeyes on offense, try to get a rhythm back. Coleman up the middle. That is if they can get off the field, which a big gainer now. Coleman 67 yards after his 16th carry, and they're up to the 8-yard line. Another 1st and goal for the Huskies. Working on 7 unanswered at this juncture. There's Riley Pettijohn, the true freshman. We're going to get a holding call on the Huskies right now. Guard May Miller. It's a weird looking name. 1st and 18 now, technically 1st and goal. Carvalho to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, to the 3, and he'll slide down at the 2. Where were the Buckeyes? A 16-yard scramble, and now 2nd and goal from the 2. Coleman on his left hip. Carvalho gives it to Coleman. He's blown up in the middle of the play. There he is again. Riley Pettijohn, the true freshman, sticking his nose in there, getting some nice moments. Very excited about him. I know Laurinaitis is. Left side. Row! Touchdown. Denzel Boston beats Max McDoom. And just like that, the Washington Huskies have tied the football game up again. Buckeyes led 17-7 at halftime. 17-10. A pick six made it 24-10, and then 2 now consecutive touchdown drives for the Huskies. And they've got some momentum, so we're going to do a little situational coach mode here, try to call a few plays. Whoop, it flips the field. I don't know why it always flips the field when we do that, but it does. Try to throw a few plays here to get us in rhythm. And here's Tate across the middle. That'll help. 12 yards and a 1st down for the Buckeyes. Just call plays with high levels of success here. RPO to the right side. Caught again by Brandon Innes. 40, 45, 50. Brandon Innes. Remember, this was the 5-star kid, first in his class the year before Jeremiah Smith, and people sort of forget about him because, Jeremiah Smith. But Brandon Innes poised to be that number 3 receiver this year, along with Tate. The embarrassment of riches. Yep, sometimes just use a little situational coach mode, get them out of their own heads, and break some tendencies. Call some easy plays, some easy completions, those kinds of things. Even just being able to flip the formation. It's my prerogative, LA. The middle. Allen picks up 2. Even just picking some of the play, like you can even see in the very, very fine print. Allen, nowhere to go. That there are, it's like, I've called that cross post 148 times, so sometimes it's like pretty easy for the defense to know what's coming just because 2 years worth of sims, we're not really breaking tendencies. Big blitz over the middle coming, fired but late, and a 4th and 4, we're going to go for it. We're going to go for it because we can. Saying, back to pass. Right side throw. Caught by Tate. Did he get it? I don't know if he did. He did not. Wow. Oh, boy. Well, we tried. We got a couple of 1st downs at least, but we turned the football over on downs. Yeah, I try. I try to keep the references nice and fresh for you, Jim. Across the middle, caught for a 1st down again, and Washington moving the chains. They have all of the momentum right now here at home. Again, and although Julian Sand is very talented, he's still just a sophomore. Could be a little bit rattled on the road. Up the middle, Coleman trying to get through the line. This time he's not able to do so. Motion coming from Curly Reed. They'll fake the give the pop pass across the middle. Reed to the first down, to the 40, to the 35. It'll be shoved out of bounds by Caleb Downs, but a big first down run on the pop pass, and Washington just seems to be pushing all of the right buttons here on offense since the pick six. Coleman again up the middle. The Buckeyes in their base 4-2-5 having a hard time stopping the inside run of Jonah Coleman. RPO left side, going to throw it to Reed. He's got a first down. Downs throws him down to the ground. Good tackler, as sure as there is in the game, but the damage was done. Another first down. Washington driving again. Whoop, they're going to do a reverse, and C.J. Hicks is unfazed. What a play. They handed it off to Coleman. He pitches it back to the reversing Vincent Holmes. And C.J. Hicks makes a really nice play. Now pressure coming. They'll throw left side after the boot action, and Downs throws him to the ground. Caleb Downs, such a dynamic player on defense. A nice tackle that time by Winston, and they'll force a long field goal. So good response there for the Buckeyes. It's a 45-yarder upcoming from Gross. His kick is up, and his kick is good. Yeah, I mean, it's coming. The hammer is coming. I think they're trying to make them self-impose. Again, I'm not sure if they'll take away the natty, if they'll take away scholarships. I don't know. It's so hard to punish a regime that's not really there by taking away like scholarships and stuff. But yeah, it's they say that it's coming, but yeah, it's been taking their sweet time to do so. All right, Buckeyes, no coach mode here. You're on your own. You've got to get something going here now, trailing by 3 for the first time in the game. Katron Allen to the right side. That's a good start. Up, we're going to get a late holding call. Boo Earns. That's the center. Connor Tollison, a transfer from West Virginia. And that's going to back him up. 1st and 20. Yeah, I saw that, Mike. We're going to suspend our coach for 2 games, but it's going to be in the 2 games where we don't need him because we're playing Central Michigan and Grambling or something. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what the right amount of pound of flesh is for blatant cheating for several years to make your program relevant again, and then eventually get enough good players on your roster to win a national championship. And then, of course, again, Harbaugh slinks away to the NFL untouched. Sayan's got good time. He's going to go deep down the middle of the field. Julian Sayan into single cover. Actually, 3 guys covering Jeremiah Smith. But once again, the Buckeyes go 3 and out. And Washington, all of the momentum right now. And with 6:49 left to go in the game, they have got to get a stop here. Yep, just like Pete Carroll did. Good example, and went on to have a very good pro career. 76 yards now for Coleman on a 20th carry. Buckeyes have got to get off the field. Carvalho, right side throw, short one. Nice tackle in space again. There's Riley Pettijohn. A lot of snaps for the true freshman linebacker out of Texas. Again, he's going to be very good. Laurinaitis' first big, linebacker recruiting win, a little shovel pass and a first down. What a weird looking play, but it gets the job done, and he shovels that ball to the tight end Decker DeGraff. They're setting up screen at the feet of Coleman, but he couldn't. He had a bunch of blockers in front of him, couldn't get it. Back to pass now, to late handoff to Coleman. He'll be blown up in the backfield. Ig Benosin was blitzing. Caden Curry was there, and it's a huge 3rd and 12 for the Buckeye defense. Got to get yourselves off the field. Carvalho, and he'll be sacked in the backfield. Jackson was there, Hicks was there, and the Buckeyes get off the field. A much-needed stop for them. We're going to get a little coach mode, try to get Sayin in rhythm here to start the drive. With 4 minutes to go, they need to go 88 yards. Yep, we finally got to stop. You are right. Sayin now, back to pass. Fired it over the middle, got it, watch out, Smith, bye-bye! What a play! When in doubt, find number 4, touchdown Buckeyes! Holy smokeroos! 88 yards! How good is this kid at football? Unbelievable! Oh my goodness! Jeremiah Smith, sophomore to sophomore, just layers that ball in there, and then it was like, shoink, see ya, outrunning everybody. Jeremiah Smith. Wow, wow, wow. So there you go, situational coach mode. I had to call one play, and now the Buckeyes back up by 4 with some momentum. Yeah, I'll never understand it, Mike. Some sort of case study on Ryan Day, and again, I still feel like Jim Harbaugh broke him in that press conference 3 years ago or whatever, 4 years ago, when he called him soft, and so he's like, I gotta prove to the world that we can run the ball up the middle 50 times a game against Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant, who both went in the first 40 picks of the draft. Like, I just do not understand it. Mind-boggling to me. And again, this year's game was on the up and up. The previous ones, they knew what plays we were going to run. Like, there's video evidence of like C.J. Stroud making a call, and then everybody on the defense adjusts. And like even Cade Stover had said, like, we ran plays we'd never run in a game, only in practice, and they knew exactly what was coming. So they had practice film as well. But anyway, the cheating was real and a significant advantage. And even more so than just the wins on the field, the program momentum allowed them to recruit at a significantly higher level than they had been before. And so, yeah, by the time that they were done, quote-unquote, cheating, they had a bunch of really good players. You know, J.J. McCarthy was a 5-star kid. J.J. McCarthy does not go to Michigan if they do not cheat to be good before he gets there. So it is what it is. I mean, again, at the end of the day, they won a championship. It could be as dirty and tainted as possible, but it's still a championship. And unless the NCAA is actually going to have the cojones to take it away, which I don't think they will, they still won a natty, dirty as it may be. But yeah, Ryan Day needs to get over himself in the game now, moving forward. He just needs to. I wouldn't do anything. I would just stay in the hotel. Let your assistants coach the game. Run your game, run your offense, run your team for you. Because he's got something way, way deep in his brain stem right now. Pressure coming. It's a big blitz, and on a third down, they blitz the farm, and Sayin cannot get rid of it, and Washington will get a chance. Yeah. Take the playbook away, or take his headset away so that he can't bully. Ooh, roughing the punter? Question mark? So that he can't bully Chip Kelly into running the ball up the middle 100 times in a row. Oh well, water under the bridge. We won the natty. That's all that matters. Frankly, I don't care. We can lose to Michigan every year. If we win the national championship, that's really all I care about now. Sorry to say, the Michigan game does not mean as much anymore, especially because there will be multiple years where we might play them several times. We could have played them 3 times in a season if they were good enough to make the playoffs and or the Big Ten championship. So the singular Michigan game in November doesn't make nearly as much of a big deal anymore. That's why I was so okay with losing to Oregon the first time, because I knew we were going to get to play them the second time in the playoff, which we did, and we boat raced them. It's so hard to beat a team twice. But yeah, there could be years where you might play a team 3 times in the same season. So, unfortunately, the rivalry that we all grew up with, the game and all that. I mean, again, it's still going to be an important game, but does not matter nearly as much. as it once did. In the new era of college football. Left side throw, they're going to complete it. They got under 55 seconds to go. They call their last timeout. Actually, they don't have any timeouts left. Clock runs as soon as the ball is spotted. He'll spike it. Also, Madden never spikes the football. Back to pass now. Carvalho, pressure coming. He'll fire right side. And rhythm on the sideline, wide open and out of bounds. Nobody was over there with him. It's the first time we've seen Rashid Williams, the running back, or the receiver in the game. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hit as he throws. That's going to be a huge time waste. All the guys running back. He's going to have to try to spike it as quick as he can. And he will. 3rd and 15 coming up. 31-27 Buckeyes lead here with 34 seconds to go here at Nagy on Sports. They're setting up screen left side to Coleman. He's got some space. He's got a blocker. There's Styles. Tackle him in bounds. They do. It's a 4th and 6, and they've got to run to the line. Cannot spike it here. They've got to go for it on 4th and 6. 20 seconds, 19-18. Back to pass, Carvalho. He'll fire over the middle. Oh, first down inside the 10. It's a 1st and goal, but they've got to rush up to the line. Everybody's got to get set. They won't start the clock till the ball gets placed. And now he'll spike it again with 9 seconds to go. Oh, boy. A spicy little ending for your Saturday morning. I guess it's Saturday afternoon now. Back to pass now. Carvalho. He'll roll to the right. He'll fire. I thought it was going to be picked off. Matthews had it in his hands. 6 seconds to go. Woo. Carvalho back to pass. He's got pressure. He'll fire deep end zone. He just threw it away. 1 second left. Final play of the game. It's win or lose on the arm of a true freshman quarterback. Carvalho back to pass. Buckeyes rush 4. He's got good protection. Now he's in trouble. Now he's going to be sacked by Jackson to end the game. A walk-off sack, Joey Bosa style. Kenyatta Jackson and the Buckeyes survive their toughest road game of the season in Seattle, beating the Washington Huskies. And again, you saw the graphic at the beginning of the game. Kenyatta Jackson is currently on the Heisman Trophy top 5 list. He's had that kind of a season for the Buckeyes. What an end to this one. And the Buckeyes win. And yes, GG's to the Huskies on this one. How about 353 and 3 tutties for Julian Sayin? Couple of long ones, one to Ennis and one to Jeremiah Smith. I assume we'll see that one here in a second. And let's look at some quick statistics here as week number 10 comes to a close. But what a game for the Buckeyes on the road. There's Carvalho, by the way, 40 of 61 for the true freshman. 2 touchdowns, the 2 interceptions. Coleman was 22 of 74, 474 in this one. Denzel Boston, 10 for 51. Ryan Otten, 9 for 83. Holmes, 7 for 83 in the touchdown. 5 for Justice Williams. 5 for Coleman, 3 for DeGraff, and 1 for Rashid Williams out of the backfield. Defensively speaking, Mikel Esteen, the free safety, 9 tackles for him. Bryant and Curly Reed, the cornerback, able to get a couple of tackles as well. Deshaun Lynch, Erickson, Bowers, Reed, and Parker, your 5 sacks today. No turnovers today for the Buckeyes other than the blocked punt, which the Buckeyes turned around pretty well. Today, Julian Sayin, 21 of 28 for 353, 3 touchdowns. He had a nice game. Good game for Julian Sayin. 11 for 50 for Katron Allen, 8 for 18 for Peoples in this one. 6 for Max Clare, 5 for 124 and 2 touchdowns today for Brandon Ennis. He had a very nice game. 3 for Tate, 3 for a $125 and a touchdown for Jeremiah Smith, Peoples, and the also redshirt freshman who you're going to be excited about this year, Mylan Graham. How about 16 tackles today for Styles, 13 for Igmanosin, Cooper, Curry, Winston, and Matthew McDoom, all guys with double-digit tackles. 2 sacks for Curry, 1.5 for Jackson, 1 for Hicks, and a half for Edric Houston. The 2 picks were by Matthews. His was a house call, and Jalen McClain had the tipped one from Matthews in the end zone. Well, okay. It was a tough game. Welcome in, Felgren. You missed a good one. Go back and watch it at your leisure. Guys, this one was a lot of fun. Thanks so much. We'll fast forward real quick, see what week number 11 looks like for the Buckeyes, and I'll be bringing that one to you likely tomorrow or Monday as we continue. Hey, 4-star center from Clayton, Ohio. Northmont High School, likely. That's where you go if you live in Clayton, Ohio. Caden Curry, Defensive Player of the Week, 4 TFLs and 2 sacks. Actually, how can you have only 4 tackles and 5 TFLs? I don't understand how that works. Wisconsin coming up. Buckeyes and Badgers will be the Week 11 matchup. Let's see the top 25. Did the Buckeyes move up at all? They did. They're up to number 7 after that top 12 win. There's the rest of the look at it. So Tennessee, 10-0. Oregon, 8-0. Clemson, 8-0. 8-1 Virginia Tech. That one's a little surprising. Then you're going to have Georgia, North Carolina, Nebraska, number 8 with 2 losses. Arizona with 2 losses. There's USC rounding out your top 10. Where's the rest of, there's Alabama at 5-3 already. At number 15, there's Texas A&M. Washington falls to 17. North Texas, Liberty. Of course, Liberty probably still has their really good quarterback who didn't transfer to Colorado in the game. So there you go. There's your top 25. And now let's look at the Heisman watch. And again, we talked about it before. 3 defensive linemen for the Buckeyes on there, along with Nico Iamaleava, who of course doesn't play for Tennessee anymore, and Katie Klubnik, who does play for them. But how about that? That's kind of funny. Kenyatta Jackson, Caden Curry, and CJ Hicks, all 3 of them in your watch list. Taking a look at the midseason watch list. You're welcome, Jim. Anytime, buddy. Player of the year. Again, we talked about it. Kenyatta Jackson right now. Hey, Dylan Sampson, he's on the Browns. Apparently he didn't go pro in the game. That's kind of funny. Head coach of the year, the fake coach of the Volunteers. Klubnik, Iamaleava, Miller Moss. I don't think these guys are even on their teams. John Mateer, I think, is transferred from them. There's Darian Mensah, who I believe transferred from Tulane. So tough to kind of keep. Salter, there's Salter, who's the quarterback of, supposed to be the quarterback of Colorado now. Best defensive player, just look at that. It's the entire starting defensive line. Jackson, Curry, Hicks, and Houston. Unbelievable. Igmanosin and Cooper right there, along with Caleb Downs. Look at that. Tennessee, Matthews, Gibson, Thomas, and McCoy. That's insane. 4 defensive backs. And look, there's a 5th one right there. Crazy. Dylan Sampson, go Browns. Best receiver right now, Josiah Trader. Or Joshisha Trader. Just a true sophomore. From Miami, there's Tyler Brown. I don't even know if any of these guys are actually even on these teams, but there's Jeremiah Smith, woefully underrated at number 12. Lombardi, best lineman, yep. Klubnik right now. Kyron Drones. That's why Virginia Tech playing so well with their talented quarterback. Dylan Fairchild, he's on the, and actually Tyler Booker. So both of those guys are on NFL rosters. Cool. Best tight end, Holden Stays. I don't even know if that's real. Delp is real for sure. Velling is from Michigan State, transferred, looks like, to Penn State in the game. That's why it's so hard. Best linebacker is Hicks, since he's technically a linebacker. Groza Award winner, best punter, best returner. And there we go. All right, guys, this one was a lot of fun. I do appreciate you joining me for this one. Buckeyes get a nice win on the road, and we'll look to continue to do so as they head to Madison, Wisconsin. Join me for that one next. It'll be week 11. Guys, take care of yourselves. Have a great day. Today we will say go Buckeyes, and as always, go Browns.